What's up guys, my name is Jess and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, well, welcome. I'm so glad you came to join us for my first video in my foundation series. So I'm starting a new foundation series where every Friday I'll be trying out a new foundation for you guys. You know, brands are dropping new foundations literally every week and I personally can't keep up. So I'm starting this series to introduce you guys to the new foundations that are on the market, and I am the sample queen. I do not commit to a foundation before I get a sample. So today we are trying out the Pat McGrath Sublime, pause, let me get the name so I don't mess it up. Pat McGrath Sublime Perfecting Foundation. So that's what we're gonna be using today. Y'all know I can't do my brows on camera, so my brows are already done. Y'all know I have lash extensions, so we should be able to fly through this tutorial. All right, so to get started, I'm gonna use my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And while I'm doing my makeup, this is really about the foundation, but it's also like a life update Q&A. So on Instagram, I asked you guys to send me some questions because I'm just now getting back into the swing of uploading YouTube videos regularly. And I know some of you guys have been wondering where I've been. I felt like I owed it to you guys to do a life update because we have the most going on in our household. If you've been keeping up with my vlogs, then you guys know we're moving to Israel. Like Israel, like way over there, Tel Aviv, Israel. Quincy just signed a deal with Maccabi Tel Aviv, so we're headed there. That was actually like the biggest question that I was getting, like, why are y'all going to Israel? What's the tea? Before I do my foundation, I'm gonna do my eyeshadow, which is really just gonna be my bronzer. I'm using my Fenty bronzer in Coco Naughty, and I'm just gonna put some depth in my crease. So yeah, he just signed a deal. The air just turned on if y'all hear that, because it's hot. So Q just signed a deal in Tel Aviv, and as a matter of fact, he left today. He's gone. It's a 15-hour flight, so he has a layover in Paris, and then he'll land in Tel Aviv like tomorrow at like 7 p.m. I think. So yeah, I'm kind of sad about that, because me and Gianna aren't heading over there until September, maybe like mid-September. So we've got about 2.5, 3 weeks before we even go over there. So me and Q have been up under each other all summer. So I'm not like all the way mad, because we do need some personal space, but by tomorrow I'll be like, sir, hello? What are you doing over there? Let me see, what else did you guys ask me? How long? We'll be gone for 10 months. The season over there is way longer than here in the States in the NBA. And it's because they play in 2 leagues. So he'll play in the Israeli league and also in the Euro League. And because of that, we'll be over there for a lot longer than we're used to when he plays here in the States. So that's I cannot make this up. He's calling me right now. Let's see. The Wi-Fi is not letting me be great. He's probably gonna try to call me back in 2 seconds. But anyways, where will we live is another question I got. So that's kind of like the thing that's making me a little bit anxious, is because there is a bit of like a language barrier. So we don't have that many details. I do know that they do like have someone on the team who's in charge of helping foreign players get settled, so you're not just over there trying to like find an apartment or a condo or something by yourself. They are very accommodating, but Q will be over there first, so he'll be in charge of like really making all of the decisions. Obviously he'll be FaceTiming me along the way while he's visiting apartments and different places, so we can try to make the decision together. But that's kind of his responsibility right now, and I'm like, no pressure, we're only gonna be there for a year, so, you know, don't mess it up. What do you plan to do with your house in Dallas? So Dallas is our home base. Q has been playing in the league for or playing professional basketball, I should say, for, I think this is his 8th year. Okay, I'm finally going into the foundation. I got 2 shades, 22 and 23. And what led me to this foundation is because it's supposed to have a very skin-like finish, And y'all know my normal like everyday foundation is the Becca Skin Love, which is also very skin-like. So yeah, I got these two shades. Hopefully one of them works. I don't know. One looks a little bit more neutral than the others. I'm sure you can't tell on camera, but I think I'm gonna try this one, which is shade 23. If you don't get samples at Sephora, literally, what are you doing? They give you enough for at least like, I would say 3 full-on beats. All right, so this is a Morphe M224 brush. I'm just kind of digging in here so that I can get it out of the container and put it all over. I have already committed to it. Clearly, I'm putting it all over my face. So let's just hope that this is the right shade. So yeah, Dallas is our home base. We've been living here we bought our house here in 2016. So even wherever we travel, you know, for whatever city he plays for, in the summertime, in the off season, we always come back to Dallas. So no, we're not like selling our home or anything like that. Luckily, we do have family members that will be house sitting, and we'll be able to keep our dogs while we're gone, because trying to travel abroad with 2 pups and Gianna is not happening. So that's like 2 less things we have to worry about. Do you plan to do influencer things, campaigns in Israel, or will you wait until you return? So I have been getting a few questions of like, where have you been? We miss you on YouTube. What's going on? And that's why, as I have been trying to focus a little bit more on influencing and my Instagram platform, really trying to grow that. And y'all, it is a lot of work. Like and most of all, it's time consuming. So after I put in all of this time, I cannot afford in my heart to move to another country and not keep up with it. So yes, I will be doing influencer things. I'm not 100% sure how it's gonna work, but for the most part, I know that brands do ship to Israel. It's not like a country off the map. There are influencers there. So hopefully I can just try to jump in. I'm going full force with it. I'll be changing my mailing address, and hopefully I'll just be able to get all my packages shipped to Israel and keep the ball rolling, because what I don't want to happen is like us move and me lose momentum. If anything, it's actually like motivating me to be even more consistent, and not just on Instagram, but here on YouTube with you guys as well. Okay, so now that I've done like 1 layer of foundation, it is really nice. I feel like it's giving me kind of like a glow. It's not giving me a sheen. You know how some foundations are like really luminous and changes the way your face looks in different lighting? This is more so just kind of like melting into my skin. I'm sure it has something to do with this brush that I'm using also. This is the Morphe M439 brush. So I'm just kind of like buffing it into the skin. I feel like I'm gonna add a little bit more around the perimeter of my face and see what happens. On camera, it looks like the shade is nice. Hopefully in real life, it looks that way. I'm just gonna add a little bit more where I would like want a little bit more coverage. All right, this is a good one. What are you most/least excited about? I'm assuming in regards to moving away. I would say just bringing you guys along with me and like experiencing a new place. Y'all know I'm always down for an adventure. Like, I think a lot of my family members are worried because they're like, Jess, y'all are just all over the place, and Gianna, and what are y'all gonna do? And I'm like, we're in our 20s. I feel like if anything, this is the perfect time to be doing all of this extra. We always have stuff going on, and I like it that way. It keeps things exciting. It makes YouTube really easy because I like to bring you guys along. You guys can keep up with all of the cool stuff that we're doing. So I think that's like the most exciting part. We're gonna be so close to like all of these amazing places: Jerusalem, Egypt, the Dead Sea. Like, Tel Aviv is actually a beach town. It's right along the water, and I've actually never lived in a city that had a beach ever. So I'm really excited about that, and to experience like warm weather, not like excruciating hot weather like here in Dallas. I'm talking about like nice 85-degree weather year round. I'm really excited about that too. Okay, I've been applying this foundation for like 10 minutes. Let's move on. What I'm least excited about. Honestly, I think taking Gianna out of her school. Like, y'all know how long it took me to commit to actually sending her to daycare. And now that she's going, we both love it. I am so productive. Her social skills have grown so much. In the beginning, she literally would not play with anybody. Her teacher said she would just sit in the corner and play with like her favorite toys and that would be it. But now she's actually making friends. She's learning so much and she really loves her teachers. So that's one thing I'm really not looking forward to, is like having to start that whole process over. I don't know if I'll put her in a school or a daycare when we get over there, but I definitely don't want her to like regress in any of the progress that she's made. So I'm sure we'll figure out something, but having to go through that whole process again, I'm not looking forward to that. All right, moving on to concealer. This is the Becca Cosmetics Ultimate Coverage Long Wear Concealer in the shade Golden. I just started using this maybe like, I think when we went on vacation, so maybe like 3 weeks ago. And it's really nice. It's really hydrating and luminous, and so it's perfect for things like vacation. But I also think it's pretty full coverage, so you could really build it up to cover up all of that stuff that you're not really feeling, you know? Oh, I was getting some camera and lighting equipment questions since I am doing both YouTubing and influencing. So people asked, what camera and lights do I use? So for my vlogs, honestly, for my vlogs, I have a vlog camera and I hardly ever reach for it. I like vlogging from my phone. It's so easy, especially because most of my vlogs are family related. Like I'm always like either having to tote Gianna around or like chase her or do something where I'm trying to capture what we've got going on. And it's so much easier to just worry about carrying my phone than worry about carrying my camera that might need a microphone, that might need a tripod, plus my phone, you know? So I have the iPhone XS Max, or yeah, the latest iPhone. That's what I use to vlog from. And then as far as my YouTube videos, like if I'm sitting down and filming, today I'm using the Canon EOS RP. Q actually just bought it for me for our anniversary. I thought it was a really thoughtful gift. He's like, nah, let me upgrade you, sis. So I'm excited to see like what the footage is gonna come out like, because this is my first time using it. Yeah, as far as lighting though, y'all know I'm not a professional. I personally love natural light. I like the way it looks, especially because I'm not a professional. Like, I just think your makeup looks better in natural light. Unless you really know what you're doing, then, you know, start messing with all of that technical stuff. But if you're just starting out, open up a window, open up the blinds, and who cares if your footage is like on your couch and people can tell you're in front of a window. At least you look good. That's what I think. Oh, this is a good question. So if you watched my Sweat with Jess vlog where I showed you guys that I had partnered with Solid Core, which was like one of my best accomplishments yet, one of the things that I was most proud of, somebody asked, is Sweat with Jess an ongoing thing or was it just a partnership with Solid Core? So it started off as a partnership with Solid Core where I was able to invite 16 of my friends and followers to take a free class every week in July and try out Solid Core's classes for free. And that was so dope to me, but it just has now opened up doors for me to start Sweat with Jess as an ongoing series, which is what I had envisioned in the first place. Solid Core just happened to be the first kind of collaboration within that series. So yes, I will continue to do Sweat with Jess overseas. How that's gonna work, I'm not completely sure, but I mean, everywhere you go, people work out. So hopefully I'll be able to, you know, extend my brand over there. And if not, I don't want to say if not, but on top of that, continue to bring you guys fitness content that everyone can use. Like, you don't have to have a membership at a super nice Pilates studio or a yoga studio or whatever. You can find ways to be healthy and motivated, you know, in every way. So that's kind of where I plan on taking Sweat with Jess in the future. And if you're in Dallas, I am hosting one more Sweat with Jess event before I go. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'll be sure to share the details on that on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there. I feel like I'm talking kind of fast. Am I talking fast? Or am I doing my makeup slow? And I'm gonna set my under eyes with my Laura Mercier. All right, so while that is kind of semi-baking, I wouldn't say it's a full bake. It's like a light sheer bake today. So while that's setting, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty bronzer again to kind of contour my cheeks. I don't want it like a heavy bronzer. It's the middle of the day, you know? I got a lot of questions about Gianna. So she is such a big girl, y'all. It's literally breaking my heart. She is 16 months now and doing the most. She's, oh my gosh, this was like the highlight of my week last week. She's now saying mommy instead of mama. And it just like happened one day. She saw me and she was like, mommy. I was like, girl, who are you talking to? So that was like really cute, and it was fun to rub it in Q's face because she still says dad. She hasn't nailed daddy yet. So I'm officially mommy and it's lit. She's also, y'all know she says Bubba. What else does she say? She tries to say bruiser. Pretty much anybody that she sees on a regular basis, she now associates the person with their name. And even if she can't say it, she really does try. Bubba, Roscoe, Bruiser, Mimi, y'all know my mom. She calls her Mimi. My dad, Pop, she's nailed those. So that's like so cute because she's actually now like communicating with us. It's not trying to figure out what she wants. She will literally just tell you. I'm gonna take this to contour my nose a bit too, just kind of brushing it side to side. But speaking of her Bubba, she has been missing him. Y'all know he started school. As a matter of fact, today was his first day of 3rd grade. So she has really been missing him. She'll go into his room and like, she like pushes open the door and she's like, Bubba. It's like, I'm sorry, baby, Bubba's gone. And then usually like I'll FaceTime him so she can get that off of her chest, and they talk for however long. But when I pick her up from school, she's like, Bubba? I'm like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. But he's doing so well. He really missed his mom, so I'm excited that they're getting to spend time together. So as much as we miss him here, I am glad that he's able to, you know, get back in the routine of getting ready for school and all of that kind of stuff. How official am I? Can we just pause? How official am I? I'm using a real background right now. Like, who am I? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Are y'all into it, or do y'all like it better when I'm sitting on my couch in front of my window? So, I think that's pretty cute. Uh-oh. Y'all see this? That looks like a crease to me. Wait, how are we already creasing? The video's not even over. Guys, red flag or no? Hold on. Can we fix it? Is it because I'm talking? So normally I do get creasing around here. I kind of have like fine lines around my mouth. So that's kind of expected, but not this soon. It takes me like to get halfway through the day before I even start to see anything right here. And this is definitely a crease. I don't know, I might chalk it up to the fact that I'm talking a lot, but we'll see how it wears throughout the day, and I will report back with the tea, okay? This is why you get a sample. To finish up this look, let's add some highlight. This is the Shayla X ColourPop in Boomin'. It's a loose powder highlight, so you got to be careful. And then I always do the most with my nose highlight. I can't help it. It's just a part of who I am, so. Add in the nose highlight. I think I need more, I don't know. I can't see it on camera, so I feel like y'all can't see it. But in real life, if someone were to see me, they'd be like, sheesh, I like it. Am I doing the most if I add this blue liner, yes or no? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs up for no. I'm gonna do it because why not? This is the Sephora, what is it? Contour Eye Pencil, 12-hour wear, waterproof in the shade Peacock Blue. I feel like the pink background, the pattern shirt. I'm going for it. I'm gonna bring my mirror in a little bit closer. Don't try to do this if you've already had 2 cups of coffee. I'm literally shaking. Ooh. Okay, wow. This is super pigmented. Remember, y'all, I'm not a makeup guru, okay? This is just when you feeling a little fancy, you feeling like you want to do a little extra. And the reason I picked this up is because I was interested in trying out the Marc Jacobs waterproof eyeliners, and they're legit like $25 per pencil. This was $6, okay? $6 for 1 pencil. I could have bought like 4 for the price of the Marc Jacobs one. So for someone who's just like into makeup recreationally, why not? All right, guys, well, I added a lip. Let me show you guys what I used. I used the Morphe lip pencil in the shade Bar with ColourPop Quickie lipstick and my Ride or Die Fenty Beauty lip gloss on top. So I think that completes the look, and I just took a selfie so I could really see what my foundation is looking like in, this is natural light. You know when you're taking a selfie for like IG story, that's the tell all. And when I'm looking in my camera, I think it looks pretty good. Yes, I do see some slight creasing right here that I was telling you about, but I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I've been talking for the last 30 minutes or if it's the foundation. All right, guys, so like I said, I would come back for a wear test. It is, I think, like 7 o'clock, so it's been almost 7 hours of wear, and I feel like probably like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. is pretty good. So I wanted to come and show you guys what it's looking like now. You can see this is the crease that I was talking about earlier that happened while I was filming. Obviously it's still there because I haven't touched up at all, but it is like a little bit here, but obviously not as bad here. To me, this is normal, but like I said, the real kind of test would be if I had any creasing around here or here, which I do not. And I think obviously I have some shininess around my nose, which I have combination skin. My T-zone is very oily, so that is to be expected. But I think if I just took some blotting powder and touched up my face, I could easily wear this makeup for the rest of the night. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys were into this kind of foundation review slash life update slash Q&A. I feel like we were doing a lot in this video, but give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Let me know if this series is something that you would like to see me continue to do, and anything else you guys want to see from me in the near future. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Well done. Wrap, girl. Good, because my camera's about to die.